Hello everybody, I just want to talk today a little bit more about the beard. I believe that the most important thing a man can do in his life is to be the man he was meant to be. And I'm not only talking about on a level of emotional or spiritual, I'm talking about physical, with the way he looks, is to be the man who he was meant to be. And once a man becomes somebody else than who he wasn't meant to be, something changes in every area of his life. I'm talking about in his thinking, I'm talking about in the way he's treated, I'm talking about every area of his life. And when we think about that, we think about the beard, which is a clear sign of what a man is supposed to be and what a man is supposed to look like. A man is supposed to have a beard, be it a short beard, a long beard, a trimmed beard, or an unkept beard. A man is supposed to have hair on his face. Now, there are some people in this world, maybe certain cultures, that a man can't grow face hair. That's different than the excuse we get from so many men today that say, well, I really can't grow a beard, but they really can, they just don't like the way it looks. Listen, our Creator created us and puts the beard there, and just like each person has different eyes, different eyebrows, different nose, and different mouth, each person has a different beard. Whether it's you're growing in patches here, I know someone grows a great beard, but they can't grow a good mustache, or vice versa, or whatever it may be. We can all look at the imperfections or the things we think are imperfections and complain, or use as an excuse not to do what we were meant to do. Or we can look at the brighter side of things and the real side of things and say, hey, you know, I have a beard, I was meant to have a beard, and I'm going to wear a beard. And if somebody else doesn't like it, I'm not going to let that stop me from having a beard. And if something's growing in for a certain time and it seems like it's not what it should be, well, I'm going to have faith and stick with it and see the way it will be. Folks, we need to have beards as men. And it's when we think of the obsession with shaving, and we think about the whole world today, and we think about the history of shaving or destroying our hair, there's nothing good connected to it. On every single level and every single century, there's nothing good ever to the idea of shaving or cutting off what is supposed to be there. Nothing. You could look at from the time of the Egyptians to the time of Alexander the Great, to the times of Gillette Company and the advertisement, to the time of just every type of movement ever in the world. Shaving always has something to do with something that's negative on every level. And we need to be men. And it's not just the beard, they're shaving other body parts as well, and now it's getting worse. It's going in the wrong direction, because now at least men are letting their beards grow. They're stopped destroying that. But there's something called manscaping now, where men are obsessed with shaving their whole bodies. And pretty soon it'll be like women who are obsessed with shaving their bodies. At one time it wasn't like that. And you know, the shaving has become a big issue, and we need to do something about it. And the best thing we can do is set an example, and that is just let it grow and let it flow. And I am so thrilled that I have a beard, and I'm so excited that my eyes have been opened. And I went on and off and back and forth and over the years, and I understand the pressure of society. I understand the pressure of being different, being alone, being a trailblazer. I understand the way people might look at somebody, and they might call you this. I understand that, but you know what? I can truly look in the mirror and see who I was meant to be. And we all have to come to that conclusion one day. So let's say take off our mask. And you know, if somebody's wearing a ton of makeup, when I go to the grocery store and I'm going to check out, it says stars with makeup and without makeup. They look like somebody completely different. So can you see that star in front of the mirror with all their makeup on? And then at nighttime they take it all off and they see somebody who they really are. And everywhere else they're putting on this big crazy thing for people. This big mask. Well, that's what happens when a man has the whole weekend off and he doesn't shave and he looks in the mirror and he sees who he really is. But then he has to be at work on Monday morning, so he shaves his face and puts on this mask for the world, for somebody who he's really not. And come on, folks, there's got to be some type of emotional connection to that, about living a fake life, pretty much, or this persona. And some people might try to make themselves feel good about it. They think it looks clean. They think it looks a certain way, and they like the way it looks, or they like the way they look or something. But really, deep down inside, they're forced to be somebody they're not. I remember when I worked in a financial district in New York City, I had to wear a suit and tie every day to work. And I hated doing it. Every day I hated doing it, but I still did it. But then I did it long enough where I started to like it. I was no longer me. I was no longer who I was meant to be. I was now somebody who they wanted me to be. And that's what happens when you're a follower. And in today's type of world, when you have a beard, you're a leader. That's what it comes down to. Folks. So be you, and let your hair grow. Let your beard grow. Beard on, guys. Put your comments and questions below the video. And thanks for checking me out.